Computers have gone under some serious changes since their initial conception. In fact, the very first computer is nearly unrecognizable. The Model K adder was named after being built on a kitchen table and showed that Boolean logic could be used to design computers. This led to the creation of the Model 1 complex calculator in 1939, which used relays from the telephone company. In the same year, Konrad Zuse built the Z2 computer using the same relays in Germany. Bill Hewlett and David Packard started their company in a garage in Palo Alto, California, and their first product was the HP 200A audio oscillator. This became popular with engineers, and even Walt Disney Pictures ordered 8 of the 200B models to test their recording equipment and speaker systems for Fantasia in 1940. Did you know that some of the first computers were used to help out the troops during World War II? Keep watching to find out how. Konrad Zuse, a German engineer who worked in isolation, built the Z3 computer using 2,300 relays. It was capable of performing floating point binary arithmetic and had a 22-bit word length. The Z3 was used for aerodynamic calculations, but was destroyed during a bombing raid on Berlin in 1943. In the 1960s, Zuse supervised the reconstruction of the Z3, which is now on display in the Deutsches Museum in Munich. The British bomb was created by computer pioneer Alan Turing and Harold Keen of the British Tabulating Machine Company. It was an electromechanical device designed to decrypt Nazi military communications during World War II. Hundreds of bombs were constructed to determine the daily rotor starting positions of the Enigma cipher machines, enabling the Allies to decrypt German messages. The concept for the bombs was inspired by Polish codebreaker Marian Rejewski's 1938 bomber. However, as years went on, computers had less to do with war and more with education. The Harvard Mark I was a huge relay-based calculator designed by IBM and invented by Harvard physics professor Howard Aiken. It used a 50-foot-long camshaft to synchronize its thousands of component parts and had 3,500 relays. Although the Mark I produced mathematical tables, it was soon replaced by more advanced electronic stored program computers. A summer school on computing held at the University of Pennsylvania's Morse School of Electrical Engineering inspired the construction of stored program computers in the US, France, the UK, and Germany. These lectures inspired the creation of machines such as the EDSAC, BINAC, and later clones like the AVIDAC. The lectures were free and open to the public, which inspired many scholars to continue their research on computers. Now, let's jump forward a few decades and see exactly what these inspired scholars ended up creating. Spoiler alert, it's a supercomputer. The Control Data Corporation, or CDC 6600, was a supercomputer that could perform up to 3 million instructions per second, which was 3 times faster than its closest competitor, the IBM 7030. It held the title of the world's fastest computer until it was surpassed by its successor, the CDC 7600 in 1968. The 6600 achieved its speed in part by using 10 small peripheral processing units to share the workload with a central processor. Soon, however, a few names are familiar to us all, even today would enter the computer game. Any idea who they are? Well, stay tuned to get your answers. In 1975, which soon became a major company. In the following year, Steve Jobs and Stephen Wozniak, 2 engineers in the Homebrew Computer Club in Silicon Valley, built the Apple I, a homemade computer that was more advanced than the Altair. The Apple I had more memory, a cheaper microprocessor, and a monitor with a screen. Then, in 1977, Jobs and Wozniak introduced the Apple II, which had a keyboard, a color screen, and the ability to store data on external cassette tapes. Apple encouraged programmers to create applications for the Apple II, and one popular program, called VisiCalc, made it useful for many types of people and businesses, not just hobbyists. The PC revolution that started in the 1970s continued to gather momentum in the 1980s, with several new companies entering the market. Xerox introduced the Alto, a desktop computer with a graphical user interface in 1973. The Alto was not a commercial success, but it had a significant impact on the development of personal computers. In 1980, Tandy Corporation released the TRS-80, which became one of the best-selling computers of the early 1980s. The Commodore 64, released in 1982, was also a huge success, with more than 17 million units sold. In 1981, IBM entered the personal computer market with its IBM PC, which used the MS-DOS operating system. The Graphical User Interface, or GUI, was introduced by Apple in 1984 with the release of the Macintosh computer. The GUI allowed users to interact with the computer by clicking on icons with a mouse, rather than typing commands. This made personal computers even more user-friendly and accessible to a wider audience. The widespread adoption of personal computers also led to the development of software applications that made computing more practical and useful. Applications like word processors, spreadsheets, and databases became essential tools for business and individuals alike. Today, personal computers are smaller, more powerful, and more ubiquitous than ever before. Laptops, smartphones, and tablet computers allow us to have access to computing power wherever we go. The development of cloud computing has also made it possible to store and access data from anywhere with an internet connection. The PC revolution continues to shape the way we live and work. But how exactly? Well, that's coming up soon. But first, if you're enjoying this video, be sure to leave a like and of course subscribe to our channel, so you don't miss out on any more awesome content like this. Let's get back to the video. One of the major ways computers have changed our lives is in how we communicate to each other. We're even communicating this information to you thanks to the computer. Email, chatting, video conferencing, mobile phones, and social media have made it easier to connect with others, saving time, effort, and money compared to traditional methods like sending letters. Nowadays, most people have a computer and the education to use it, which has made handwritten letters and long-distance transportation unnecessary. Computers have also impacted traditional forms of media like print, television, and radio. With computers, we can create, modify, and print documents or publish them on the internet for the world to see. Social networking sites like Facebook, Twitter, Blogger, YouTube, and WhatsApp have made it easy for people to share ideas, thoughts, and criticisms instantly with others across the world. However, the younger generation has become reliant on these modern tools, with many college students logging into at least one social networking site every day. While some feel that we socialize a bit too much on the computer, it's not all just fun and games. You can't deny the benefits the invention has had on our education system. The impact of computers on education has been huge. In the past, finding answers to questions or getting help with a subject was difficult and time-consuming. But now we can easily search for information and communicate in real time. With the help of computers, education has become more interactive, and most institutions have equipped classrooms with technology. Tablet computers have also made it easier for students to carry their materials around. Libraries have gone digital, making information more accessible, and the internet allows us to access a vast amount of knowledge from anywhere. Online education and exams are becoming increasingly popular, making higher education more accessible. Speaking of higher education, universities are now offering online education and exams through MOOCs, which stands for Massive Open Online Courses. MOOCs allow learners to take courses online from universities all around the world and are available for anyone with an internet connection. Popular MOOC providers like Coursera, edX, Udacity, and FutureLearn partner with universities, companies, and professors to offer courses. To join a course, a learner needs to sign up with the MOOC provider's website or mobile application. MOOCs have become a popular way for people to access education from the comfort of their own home, with unlimited participants able to take part. While this is all very helpful, there's always room for improvement. What do you think the future of the computer will look like? Put your answers in the comment section down below. And while you do that, here are some of the latest trends used with the computer and how they may help evolve our society. AI, which is artificial intelligence, is becoming more prevalent in the workplace, automating repetitive tasks and reducing the need for human intervention. This can result in less supervision and management needed for production units. In the future, factories could be transformed into one machine that takes in raw materials and outputs finished products without requiring any human workforce, supervision, or management. Machine learning. In recent years, machines have made significant progress in their ability to learn and perform tasks that were once only achievable by humans. This is thanks to advancements in artificial intelligence and machine learning technology. As a result, machines are now capable of performing tasks in a more intelligent and efficient way. One of the most exciting aspects of this technology is task-based learning. This means that machines can be taught to perform specific tasks, such as recognizing speech, identifying objects, or even playing games. Once the machine has learned how to do the task, it can then perform it automatically and accurately, without the need for human intervention. 3D printing. 3D printing has the potential to revolutionize the small-scale manufacturing industry. As the cost of 3D printing technology becomes more affordable and widespread, it may have a significant impact on traditional small-scale manufacturing businesses. As you can see, computers have significantly changed our lives and continue to play an important role in our daily routines and behaviors, and will most likely continue to do so as time marches on.